Hi guys, I'm Shahar, also known as flameZ. Joined OG a few weeks ago. Today I'm gonna be answering some questions and let's go. I'm 17 years old, I'm from Israel, the north area of Israel, living in a very small town. But it's close to a city called Nahariya that is kinda known, but it's also like kinda a hole, you can call that. But yeah, around that area. Basically, when I joined OG, there was we started talking about the option to move out to a country in Europe, stable connection. I could play better, I could perform better because of the environment, the internet. And we talked about that Denmark could be the best option to go to because OG is a Danish company and most of my team is from Denmark. So it was really convenient in that sense. And then what I decided, we talked with maybe I will move to Copenhagen, but then I said maybe it will be smarter, let's say move to Nico, live with a teammate and have experience of boot camps and stuff like that occasionally. I'm still kind of stressed. Moving out, I don't know, it sounds good for CS, but okay, I have family, I have friends, and once I move in a different country for a few months or even a year or something, you kind of cut a lot of connections that you like or you want to keep them. I think it's an experience, experiencing a new culture and life could be, I think, really good. And I will give it a chance. And if I get homesick or stuff like that, I could still go to Israel and live there and just get a better house in Israel and a better stable connection, and that's it. I think I always knew about gaming. It was my house thing, just my two brothers just having fun, playing 1.6, playing other games. And I was that little guy that watching behind them, the games they were playing, to rolling them, throwing, I don't know, paper on their eyes and letting, having fun with them. And then we started, I think, around 2014 in the end, everyone in the Israeli scene moved to CSGO because that game we didn't believe it would work out, and especially on us. And I was 11 or maybe less, just started playing it, having fun, grinding to MM, and I wasn't part of the Israeli scene that much because my brother was the best player in Israel back then in CSGO, and I was just his brother, and I hated that thing. So I'll just play the game, I'll win him in a LAN or I'll beat him somewhere, and then I'll just live, I'll just live CS. I don't really care about that because I had the passion for the game, but I also wanted to go outside more. But then slowly I started opening teams and going into different teams, and I started liking the competition. I think right now the Israeli scene is getting better because people started realizing that it won't help opening 5-man Israeli teams that we have no help in, no financially help, we don't have any help. Coaches, they're not smart, they're not they don't know how to play CS. They came from I don't know, the Rocket League or something, and that doesn't work like that in CS. You need a strategically smart guy that can help the team go forward, and we don't have that in Israel yet. It's the family that kind of supports the thing because I believe in every work. Even as I don't know, just a receptor at the hotel. If you wake up and your family is just everyone feels bad and screaming at each other, you're not gonna be happy. You're coming to work with bad vibes. And if you're coming home happy, coming from home happy, you're gonna function properly and you're gonna do more than your best. And that's always crossed my mind. Basically, my brother, at the start, I didn't really like him while playing CS with him. He was still my brother outside of the game and, I love him. But at the start, it was just a relationship between competitors and even a bit of... I felt at the start everyone had ego towards me and my brother needed to protect me, but he didn't protect me because he just didn't care about that thing. He didn't know how I felt people towards me. But when I started actually wanting to compete and going to LANs, then he became the brother I think I needed and wanted. When I made it, the thing that went into my head is if my father was here, we would be proud, you know? And my mom was always telling me, yeah, you know, if your father was here, we would tell everyone in the family, like, you know, that guy is my son, you know? And like, be proud. And then I make my own dreams. I made my own dream a career, but I also made, and I know like in Israel, in the religion that I believe in, it's very big, that he's watching us and he's proud of me, and then it makes me happy, you know? It motivates, it drives me. Yeah, ropes, like Searson, Hunter, like all these players, I didn't expect that thing, that they would mention like great player. They actually like expressed words that they believe in me to be one of like the upcoming players for the next year. And that was crazy, especially imagine when I wanted to have a career, that ropes guy that was doing that thing, I had a folder on my old PC, like 150 demos, just watching everything he does. I watched every video, every stream that he had on Twitch. I would be his biggest fan, and then that guy comes up and says good things about you, and it's motivating. Also Nico, one of the best players in the world by just every year, that guy. And then Hunter, that guy, I have a lot of respect for him. He's so nice. Since day one, since I was like nobody, he would always treat me with respect when I'm writing to him on server or anything. Always have respect to me, always like show gratitude for honesty and stuff like that. Yeah, I played my first game after them calling me out as one of the upcoming. I need to prove myself now, otherwise like I need to go up into their expectations, you know? And then I'm not sure, but the first games were kinda and then slowly I became better and better and better, because I was like, I don't need to prove myself to them, I need to just do my best in the team. Team spirit is we're having a lot of fun. Like Nico takes a lot of responsibility of that sometimes. Yeah. Like it's very loose, you know, sometimes we're just kind of trolling a bit, you know, and that thing are not serious, and you wouldn't expect someone to do that in a high level. But that's what it takes to have fun, and sometimes those games, they're making you more better than if you're just gonna play seriously 30 rounds, win every round, but you're just gonna be like, yeah. Yeah, I think it does, because in a way of like playing CS, everyone's voice needs to be heard. It's not like, I remember people asking me that question like long time ago in actually like past teams in Israel, and I could say things that maybe my voice is not heard, or yeah. Those kind of things in this level, even in endpoint, everyone's voice has to be heard, because even if the idea is bad, it comes from somewhere. If he's struggling on a thing, he gives an idea. Maybe the solution is not the best, and the IGL can help him think about that. But it's also his voice is heard and being considered to find a solution. At the start, I had a kind of disagreements with him, and not in game, because he would tell me that he sees me in a different kind of player. In endpoint, I would have been lurking a lot and being behind the enemies. And that guy said, no, you are very aggressive, and you need to be the guy running and giving me space and entries. I thought maybe it is smarter, you know, that I would be less flashing and then going back and like doing things, or like just not doing anything. And I would always be like trying to be irritating in a spot. And in this position, you're not irritating, you're inside of that. You're inside that position. No matter where you're playing, you're on the enemy side. You're in a lot of action and stuff. And in my old role, you'd been chill for like 20 seconds, and then I would start being annoying as fuck. But right now I'm annoying since the start, yeah. And then I feel like it's smarter, but I still need to gain some confidence in that, because I never played that role. Alexi, he gave me that role kind of already, and he gives me confidence slowly, because I'm watching a lot of demos and I'm trying to improve, and he's watching a demo with me, and he's going to like, okay, watch that thing, why does he do like, he makes that play, the guy I'm watching, because of that and that and that goes around the map. So that's a reaction you could copy to your game style, and it works for me. To all the fans of OG that support me, support the OG brand, our CSGO team, I'm grateful. It doesn't go for granted, and I really appreciate that thing. And all OG, all of our family, we're gonna show you what we're proving to you. Thanks for everyone that is supporting that road. תודה לכם גם הישראלים. אני מעריך אתכם הכי הרבה שיש בעולם. אתם לא מבינים כמה שזה משמעותי לי שאני נכנס לשידור ואני רואה אתכם, את השמות, אתם יודעים, עמי וכאלה שמות ישראלים, ממש מכבד את זה. תודה רבה